Hello YouTubers, this is CJ Hot Wheels. Well, it's been a long time since I posted a Hot Wheel related video, so I figured it's about time to do that. So I wanted to showcase what I got in the mail yesterday, because this is a set that I know that I'm not going to find in store for the life of me, because car culture sets are very hard to come by. And I'm sure many of you are aware of that too, especially when sets like this come out. They're virtually impossible to find on the pegs unless you have an inside connection with the store, or if you just happen to get there right after they're restocked, which is very, very tricky to do. But I got the new Canyon Warriors Car Culture set because this set is phenomenal. Definitely the best set for this year so far. So without further ado, let's go ahead and showcase it. And right off the bat, number one is my favorite car in the batch, which is this awesome '01 BMW M5 in bright red. So well detailed. To me, these are so much better than Super Treasure Hunts, because Super Treasure Hunts used to be really exciting to get, but ever since they toned down on quality, they just haven't been as fun to collect. These are so much more worth it than Supers, because they're metal body, metal base, highly detailed, and have real riders. Essentially what Super Treasure Hunts used to be. But these are a lot better. Alright, next car. And I put them in order, of course. So next up we have the '87 Ford Sierra Cosworth in white. This is the first time this car is being released as a premium, because this has always been a mainline ever since it came out. The only thing that ruins this car, though, as you can clearly see, is that damn safety post in the back. And especially with my flash on, you can really see it. It's very noticeable. But it's still a nice car regardless. I like the gold wheels. I like the blue striping. I like how the headlights are still the plastic inserts. That's a really nice detail there. Next up, we have the '89 Porsche 944 Turbo. I think this is another one, a mainline that's now converted into a premium for the first time. Because I don't remember seeing this car in the premiums. It's always been a mainline ever since it came out. Look at that speckly metallic blue. That's really sharp. I like that. And then this is actually my dad's favorite in this set. The '73 Volvo 142 SL in metallic orange. I like it, but I wouldn't call it my favorite personally. But it is pretty cool. The whole set is nice. I mean, there's not a bad car in this set. I really enjoy it. And the last one that I'm going to leave on the peg, the Mercedes 500e. This is actually the Super Chase of... Oh, Super Chase. I'm thinking of Matchbox. But it's just the Chase in this batch. That's all blacked out. But I went ahead and ordered this set from a well-known hobby dealer, J-Car Diecast. And I'm sure there are many folks that watch these videos or have heard of J-Car Diecast. That's where I buy a lot of my premiums, like car culture sets up here. I ordered the Donut Drifter set from him, the Ronin Run set from him, and then I've ordered Matchbox cases from him. Because what I like is that he only charges retail price plus shipping, and the shipping policy is very respectable. It's priority mail, 3-day, 5-day, whatever you want to do. And they're packed really well. Everything comes damage-free. It's wonderful. I love it. So, very reputable hobby dealer. I never go to Evil Bay to get anything, because people on eBay are scalpers. They rip people off, charge high prices. Their shipping policies aren't as good. So even though I have an eBay account myself, but I'm not a scalper. you won't see any listings of mine that are overpriced, and I'm not trying to make money off of selling Hot Wheels and Matchbox. That's just not my thing. I'm a collector. I'm not a scalper. But I will sell odds and ends here and there. Like if I want to get rid of this, get rid of that, then that's totally fine. That's totally justifiable. But when you go and buy all the popular cars and flip them online as you're living, that's pretty pathetic, in my opinion. Like, go get a real job. But anyway, rant over. But a couple days ago, I actually managed to find a few new mainline cars at Target. They actually restocked with L-Case, which was very surprising because I usually find the new mainlines at Publix, but Target actually got them first because Publixes don't have L-Case right now. They're stuck on K-Case with those stupid black and gold 55th anniversary cars, which are going to warm the pegs for months. But anyway, I was lucky enough to find the two new castings in Dispatch that are phenomenal. So first up is the Alfa Romeo GT-V6 3.0 in red, which is really sweet, especially since it's got the front detailing. It's got the headlights with the little X marks on them. The back doesn't get detailed because it's got the side tampos on it, so it goes against the 3 side rule. So you have 1, 2, 3 that are only allowed to get detailed on main lines. But check out these new wheels. This is actually the first mainline car to feature this new set of wheels. I don't even know what they're called, but to be honest, they remind me a lot of the Matchbox laser wheels from the 80s and 90s. But I think they're really sharp, and it suits this car very well. I know these wheels are going to be a hit once they release them more. And check this out. I'm so happy I got this. The Volkswagen ID Buzz. That is so cool. The real ID Buzz, no pun intended, has generated a lot of buzz online, particularly Motor Trend, because that's where I follow a lot of my automotive news. And I can't wait to see this in the United States, because right now it's released in Europe as I speak, but it's not available in the US market yet. It won't be until next year. They said, I think next summer it will be, but I think it's so cool that they're bringing back the, kind of bringing back the Volkswagen Bus, but I wish they would have called it something familiar, like instead of ID Buzz, why not call it the ID Bus? That would have been a lot more appropriate and a lot more nostalgic. And then the last one that I found, because I didn't find much, they were heavily picked over, is the recolored 1970 Pontiac Firebird in purple. And what else? Well, I found this yesterday. Got one of the new Matchbox moving parts. Got the Jeep Gladiator in red, which is so much nicer than the mainline release because this one has better proportions. Like the one that the mainline struggles with is the front end, because the front end does not look like an actual Gladiator, but this one does. And the fact that they detailed the front of this one. The only thing that's not detailed are the marker lights on the fenders. But probably because the engine's been detailed, so they can't go too crazy on these to keep the price point down. And then the back looks really nice too. That's all nice and well detailed. They only had one of these left, and I do have a few others from this set too. Like you can see the two Fords from the set, the 57 Ford Country sedan, which I don't know why they call it a sedan because it's a wagon. That is not a sedan. It is based off of a sedan. It's based off the Fairlane, but there's a huge difference. It is not a sedan. It's a wagon. They should have called it the Ford Country Wagon or the Ford Country Squire, because that's what Ford used to call their wagons back in the day. And I might as well show off the rest, or at least the last one, which is the 2021 Ford Bronco, which of course I had to get because I'm partial to Broncos and Bronco Sports, because we have one of our own. and it's phenomenal. So of course I got to get anything Bronco. And last one I'll show, because I haven't been finding much. We've been kind of in a drought overall, but we have the 62 Volkswagen Carmen Ghia from the Walmart exclusive Volkswagen set. Because I've been looking for this particular casting for a long time. The only other car that I have from this set, which is actually a peg warmer, is that white 75 Volkswagen Thing. Nobody likes that Thing. As well as the green Baja Bug. Those are the two peg warmers, but the two Carmen Ghias, the Street Beetle, and the Golf are always gone. Always. I can never, ever, ever find those. And I still don't have the Carmen Ghia convertible or the Beetle. The Golf I can make do without, but I'm only looking for the other two. But at least I was able to find the hardtop Carmen Ghia, because I've always liked this casting. Because I like the convertible casting that Matchbox made in 2009 in bright blue. That's nice. And this is virtually the same thing, but just as a hardtop. So it's one of my favorite classic Matchbox castings. So there you have it. Oh, my flash turned off. My phone's getting too hot. Well, perfect timing, because that's it anyway.